Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my first video from 42 Gear Street 4, and I'm joined by Krenar Cilku. Hello!
How's it going, man? How's the event so far?
It's fun. I'm sweaty and exhausted, and it's the start of day one, so it's going great. But yeah, today's video is something that's a little bit different. Instead of focusing on a single brand, we're doing the battle of the compressors. Because I got Krenar to play on this particular video because you have a very kind of dynamic, kind of jazzy style. That's what you do. And a lot of amps don't really like that kind of thing. They kind of, especially in the live environment, you get lost and then you pick a big note and suddenly it's too much. So we're playing with the Black Star St. James, which is a fantastic little amp on a very clean kind of setting. And we've got 4 different compressors here, and we've got one guitar with many faces. This is the Cream Tea, their offset model. And we've got different pickups, but we're going to play about with them later. So, if you want to give me a little line, a little something without any of the compressors. Right, okay.
We're just going to stick on the...
Yeah, keep it simple. Yeah. So, this is a P90, so it's going to have a little bit of buzz. It's worth talking about. And this is with no compression at all.
Yeah.
So it sounds nice.
Yeah, it does.
But it's kind of getting a little lost.
Yeah, especially in a band context, that would be gone.
Yeah. So the first thing to do is let's try the Volta Expresso. This compressor, I've got a bit of a level push on there, so that hum is coming up. That's always a downside with single coils.
And we have P90s. So, yeah.
So that's going to happen. But give me that same line and I'll turn it on.
Yeah, it feels way better under the fingers.
Right? Because you can feel, you get the feedback on everything. Yeah. So there's 4 different compressors we're going to go through. Today, the Expresso from Volta, I've got this running on the 18 volt mode, which means it's got a bit more headroom, which means that when you dig in, it can give you that attack, which is really nice. But this has got a lot of knobs going on, but it's not quite so crazy as it might look. So level is exactly what it says. Compression is that brings up the level as you turn it up, so you get more compression, but also it kind of brings the level up at the same time.
Okay.
Because I don't know if you know about studio compressors, but
yeah. So the guy from Volta, I forgot his name. He's a really cool guy.
Insert name here.
Yeah, he told us that it's based on a studio compressor.
Yeah. But it works very differently from how I see studio compressors. Because if you turn up the compression on a studio compressor, the level only goes down because it's being compressed.
Yeah. Okay.
So the way he's designed this knob is that at the same time it also brings up the output.
Right.
So that you don't just go, oh, my signal went bye-bye, this is bad.
Right. So this is exactly a compressor for guitar players because we want to be loud.
Right. Yeah. And that's where if it's still not enough, then the level will bring some back in. And so it's got attack and release, which will change how it kind of squishes. Just try it full release.
Yeah. It sustains.
But did you feel how when you stopped playing it took a long time?
Yeah.
That's a really slow release.
Okay.
Personally, I'm not a big fan of that. I like a really fast kind of release. Try this now.
Yeah, this is way more immediate, way more, Yeah,
and for me, that's a thing. And so the attack is kind of, you can get rid of the hit on the notes if it's too much for you.
Okay. I like the other setting better.
You like it with the less attack?
Yeah.
Interesting. But then as a jazz guy, I suppose you're not really looking for that.
what does the sugar please
no,
switch do?
that's the question. So the sugar please, there we go, on red mode is not on, and that's more of a regular compressor.
Okay.
And the way that he was saying to me is if you play something like just a D chord,
Okay.
and then throw in the low F sharp, suddenly the rest of your chord kind of disappears.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Because that's so much louder, it just kind of kills it. But the sugar please changes the character so that the low stuff doesn't affect it so much.
It does.
Yeah, and I really like that as a feature. It's something, he said, it's a sidechain high pass filter.
Whoa.
Yeah, it means that the compression doesn't get hit by low end.
Okay.
So that because the compressor does two things at once. It actually does the thing with the signal, and it has to listen for what to do. And they're two completely separate circuits inside. So you can play with and modify what it's listening to. And so that's the side chain. So by going to the side chain and going, hey, all the low stuff, don't worry about that. Then that's how you get that, and that's how he's done the sugar please kind of thing, and it sounds really nice.
Yeah, I would leave it on all the time.
Yeah, I think I would too. But
Yeah.
it depends what you're doing, because if you're playing, I don't know, like ska, something like that, where you need that really level, you might want to leave that off and just so it catches every chord the same. But if you want to do more like lead lines, that kind of thing, I think that's a really good feature.
Yeah.
And of course it changes the color of the light as well, so...
Visuals.
Yeah! It's like, did I leave the sugar on? Now I have sugar. Woohoo! Now let's turn that one off and compare it to the Mira from Walrus. I have not played with this one before. Ooh, it's a lot of level. This one's got a dry blend as well. So let's start without that.
Yeah, now it's kicking in.
We get visual feedback.
Oh, nice.
If you can hear some hissing in the background, that's because compressors, when they turn everything down, you've then got to turn everything up. So that's just background noise coming in.
Yeah.
But one thing you can do with the dry blend, if you've ever played with a clean, wet, dry, wet thing.
I haven't.
Okay,
actually, no.
so the dry is just the original with all the snap, all the dynamics.
Oh,
So you
okay.
add in a little bit of that to your nice controlled signal. You can then get something that has that nice feel, and still, when you hit it, it still gives you a little something.
All right.
Let's try that.
Let's give it a shot.
Hello noise. But that makes a lot of sense, I think, for the way that you play, that the blend is really far over, so we've got a lot of the original sound.
Yeah.
But with a little bit of that compression just coming in
Just
underneath.
helping you, be on top.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
And so, I mean, some of the noise is coming from, I think, the way that we've got this system in Henning's house. It's quite complicated. It has to be complicated because of all the different videos that we're doing. But if this was you at a show, it'd probably be like the one pedal.
Yeah.
Straight to the amp, and that noise just wouldn't be there.
Definitely.
So there is that. And I made the attack and release pretty quick as well, because we figured out we liked that on the Expressor.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the Honeycomb. This is another one where it's got kind of the dry blend, but let's just start with compressor and level.
Yeah, this one sounds more organic to me for some reason.
Yeah, this one seems to suit your playing really
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, it's bringing some funk, which I don't have, but
But it naturally comes, right?
yeah, it's really organic. Maybe because it has the word honey in it.
Maybe. A lot of funk guys use compressors for that same reason.
Yeah.
That it means that they can bring all the dynamics in.
Yeah.
And they're not worried about it just dropping out.
Yeah,
'Cause
and
otherwise-
and it's tough to have the same dynamics while the drummer is just blasting and
Right?
that.
Yeah. So that's the Carl Martin Honeycomb.
Okay,
Maybe that's a winner for you so far.
I think so.
And last but not least, before we start screwing around with pickups, is the Ego from Wampler.
All right.
So let's try this one. This one's got a tone knob.
I can see a lot of Instagram players use a compressor like this.
Yeah. Yeah, it really does bring everything out. And you're right, like, if you're doing something for Instagram Reels or whatever, you need it all to be right there.
Mm-hmm.
And you may as well do that before the amp, because then any little bits of grit and distortion that you get are kind of even, and it's not just something like, pow.
Right.
Yeah. So, which one, just from what we got, because I tried to get roughly similar settings on all of these.
Yeah. So for me, this one feels more organic.
The honey, yeah.
But the Sugar Please feature on this one, I think, is a game changer, especially for guitar players.
That's amazing. I mean,
And also the level thing, that you can still have a lot of compression, but you can raise the level. That's another feature that I find very valuable.
well, let's try that one again, just to...
All right.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a bad.
They're all good notes. So what we're going to do now is we've been playing on P90s this whole time, and we're going to swap this out and turn it into a Henning. Hello, Henning. Hold the pickup. Thank you. How does it sound?
Oh yeah, that's
There we
what
go.
I was expecting.
So this is the Cream Tea guitar and Cream Tea pickup, so we can just change to a humbucker. This is really cool.
Yep.
That's the Eliminator humbucker in there now. You've heard
Double
of
tone.
You've heard of stacking
Triple tone.
drives. We're not stacking drives, we're stacking pickups.
Hey, it can all be done here.
Henning's saving his voice, I believe. I don't know, I made that up.
Which they have labels?
Yeah, they have labels.
P90 Duchess neck. Eliminator.
Eliminum.
Billy F. Gibbon. Who is that? Does he make pickups?
I think so. I think he makes pickups for Cream Tea,
So he's one of the builders?
I guess.
And he just wrote his name on the pickup? What a wanker.
You just called Billy Gibbons a wank.
I mean, he just like, he works for the company, gets a good wage and all that stuff, and makes pickups, and then just goes and writes his name on them.
Just to feed his ego, I guess.
I'm pretty sure that motherfucker is some kind of ego wanker for writing his name on there.
Oh man.
I don't
We'll
know.
have to go down to LaGrange and have a word with him.
I made them doity. Do you want to play those or just, talk?
We're gonna
We
play
just did
them.
the swappy
Yeah.
swap.
don't use
Let's stick a humbucker in the bridge too, because I mean, so
Why
far it's
not?
all been neck tones.
Yeah.
so
I
Let's go
live
with
in
the
the neck position.
eliminators.
Eliminate.
Let's see how this sounds now with a lot more output on the humbity bucket.
A lot more squishy.
something that interests me is that humbuckers already have a more kind of compressed feel when they hit the amp.
Yeah.
Because it's already hitting the amp's front end. But I think something like the Espresso could still, with the bright, really make up for it, because that...
But that's also his fucking fingers.
It's true. But a good compressor means you hear more of his fingers.
And the kid can play. He looks horrible, but the kid can play. So are you doing a compressor thing?
Yes. It's a little bit background noise.
If you want endless sustain, just get 4 compressors.
Yeah. And the sustain and a bunch of snakes.
And just
Interestingly, these are all really, really good in a different way.
Yeah.
I've played this in Venice, and I was blown away. Really, really flexible. This is less on top of your tone and more in the background, but very it's a studio thing. You really have to know your shit with attack and all that stuff. It's not an easy one to tame.
No.
That's the opposite. Comp, make it loud. It's super simple. And I like the high end that the Ego compressor can give you. Because it's got the tone knob.
Of course.
That they're all good in their own way, and technically everyone should have all of them.
So everybody buy all of them.
Now I go to the brands and collect my fee.
Affiliate links down below.
I will leave you alone. I don't know why I sat down here.
Because it's your house.
Because you're on my new couch.
I was looking forward to this.
To the new couch.
To the new couch, yeah. All the videos I did yesterday was Studio B, and I was like, can I please do a video in the living room? I want to sit.
Have fun.
Thanks. Yeah, what he said. Yeah. I mean, let's try the Ego on. Oh, it's a little high with the compression there.
Yeah, so a little bit of high end would work better with humbuckers.
Right, yeah, absolutely, because they are quite dark to begin with. Yeah, it does have, what's the word? It's got a snap to it.
Yeah.
And let's just see if that hissing, let's just plug you straight into the Ego and see if that just goes away. Yeah, gone.
Yeah. Even with the, yeah.
Yeah. So that was just the fact that we're going through a tuner, then a splitter, then 3 more compressors.
See, I love the lengths you go to prove that. I mean, yeah.
I mean, because the one thing you don't want when you're doing stuff like playing, you don't want in the background.
Not at all.
But there are reasons why that's here today. So yeah, just give me a little something now, and that should. And that's perfect. Sounds really nice, even on, because I'm guessing from your tone, you're more of a neck pickup kind of guy.
Always.
But on the bridge, it's still because of the compression didn't get like, oh my head. And yeah, that compared to going through the tuner than the Molly's a noisy thing. I think that's kind of the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got this Molly ABY switch, which is really useful for these kind of videos because you can have 2 guitarists at the same time, but it adds that. That's like, well, it only adds that when you compress it to death. So, ladies and gentlemen, compression is good if you use it right, and we have 4 wonderful examples here. Affiliate links will be in the description below because if you want to buy one, you may as well help us all out. Thanks to Henning for allowing us to use his wonderful sofa.
Yeah.
Thanks to Tonio for switching.
Thank you, guys.
And thank you everybody else for making this happen. Thanks, Krenar, for being an amazing guitarist.
You opened my eyes up to compressors because I never use them. and it seems like a tool that I should incorporate definitely.
Set you down a dark path of gear, and I'm sorry.
No problem.
But yeah, check out hashtag 42GS4, and more videos will come up, not just from me, but from Krenar and from every one of the amazing guests that is here.
Yeah, even brands, because we had brand day, and I think that went very well. So
It did,
expect
yeah,
videos
that's right.
from brands as well.
Yeah, so we had Black Star, who else? TC Electronics, Ibanez had their own brand thing.
Yamaha.
Yamamamaha. Also had, so yeah, look out for those. Thanks everybody, and we'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.